Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm so sorry about the movie. I had realized I only had Minecraft on my iPad, but today I'm going to show you some basic things about this Roblox game known as Playing Crazy. I'm in my friend's private server, and I hope it is inaccessible to most of my other friends that play this game, which are around like 8, but let's see how it goes. So first, I'm just going to be showing you how to build a plane. We're just going to use a tutorial plane for this example, because when you join, this happens. Welcome to Playing Crazy. You open the building menu, which is key to every single build, I swear. And then it automatically defaults to this block. Oh, camera issue. And then you just place these blocks here. Reminder that I have never played this on computer, and yeah, this is actually fine and easy. I play Roblox a lot on mobile, so I program my builds to be mobile. And now we're placing fuel blocks for the plane. So the wing icon is like where you find mostly wings. The tutorial is going to automatically make the things like in your position. And then like after you start building this, you can already see the shape of a plane taking form right here. When you add the control surfaces, please notice that the one up here is vertical. To get it vertical with just one click T, actually not T, click Y, and then click it again 3 times so that you can switch everything back to normal. You're going to want a propeller over here, and then just place it on the engine. The tutorial is saying you have to nicely align this, so click the delete button and delete these. Add a landing gear, but first you gotta move the plane up. So it's easy to start using this tutorial, and you'll eventually start learning how things work. So when you go to the mechanical section, you have to scroll down, and then you have to get that tiny landing gear block, rotate it. So look at this picture. The plane will keep flying downwards as the blue lift indicator is behind the yellow mass indicator. If it's lopsided or in front, it's going to start going up. Sometimes I use that to my advantage. But if it's perfectly aligned, well, not perfectly, but at least colliding with each other about 90%, it'll fly straight and lift. Now we need to move the plane back down so that we can do stuff about it. So now we have to add a couple more things. All we have to do is click this tab over here, the other tab. Select the main pilot seat. And you will need this to launch absolutely any vehicle in this game, I swear, like anything. So how to fly this tutorial plane is very easy. Stop messing with my camera. So this is the camera how I like it. Move the mouse up, down, left, right to control direction. Hold W to accelerate. And then don't forget to save work in the blue folder icon on the bottom right when you return from flying. This GUI will self-destruct in 3, 2, 1. So basically how this plane works is that if you're on a computer, you will not see anything on your screen. You have to use your keyboard. G is for the gear, because G is for gear. W is to go forward, like accelerate, and then S is to decelerate. This airplane's top speed is 105, or around 100. Very fast, maneuverable plane. I personally like this plane because it's easy to use, like obviously. You can paint stuff, and I have some game passes in this game that I would like to show you at the end of the video. That was someone sneezing in the background. Oh well. Anyway, when you're flying this plane, you gotta know that you gotta be careful where you're flying. Like, if you just leave your mouse sitting like this, you'll start flying up like crazy. It really depends on your camera's direction because you're in third person. And then again, I'm in somebody's private server, so you see this down here and this down here, which are game passes for the gravity slider, but I unfortunately don't have that. It's using my friend's private server, because you get it. Anyway, when you're done using the plane, just click that button that looks like an undo button. And then when you're done, you can save the plane. That's only one of the things we're doing today. Now let's move on to the next thing. So this next thing here is going to be a car chassis. Well, actually chassis. But there's going to be two ways to build a car chassis. So I'm just going to use a beam 1x7 here. And then do that twice. So first we're going to start with the simple one. All you gotta do is, if you have infinite fuel on, which should be defaulted to true, I like to add a fuel block anyway because sometimes I can't program the ballast blocks correctly. That is hard to say. And then we're just gonna add the fuel blocks right here. So when you have this chassis, just to know, a chassis is something for a car. And a car is... oh my god, you know what that is. Here it is on the screen. Anyway, we're gonna start building this chassis by using some blocks. I'll put fill blocks at the end to distribute weight. So here's what you gotta do. It's currently the winter event when I recorded this video. So you can choose to do wheels or winter wheels. I'm gonna do winter wheels because you know how that works. I'm not using the the autosave car like these ones. The starter car is horrible. I swear, do not ever use that. The suspension is not stiff enough and will not drive the car. So here's a simple car chassis. I don't know why it's pronounced chassis, it just is. Probably an English dictionary thing. So when you get this done, it will look like this. When you, here's the thing. You push that button, main pilot seat. And then you push that button again when you have the main pilot seat, and it spawns in. Oop, that's just normal. Anyway, how you use the car chassis, but first you're gonna notice something. All of these wheels kind of steer in weird directions. We don't want those back wheels to steer, unless you want an improved turn radius. So you're gonna use that screwdriver, edit these wheels, take out steering. You can mess around with the speed. I wouldn't mess around with collision because I've literally never messed around with that before. And then you can just copy that setting and then paste that setting. CV. See? And then when it says no steering, make sure there is steering in the front, because if your car doesn't steer, then what's the point? So this is only a small car chassis. You use WASD to drive it on the computer. You use your joystick on mobile. If you're flying something that doesn't have wheels and has something like a propeller on mobile, there's going to be buttons on the screen. You can change those labels and settings, like the configuration tool. This is too fast, so what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna go back, and then you can just mess around with the speed as desired, but that's the simple car chassis. Now I'm gonna build the advanced car chassis. I'm going to keep the structure that I have right here. And then I'm going to add... so this is the advanced car chassis. It's much harder to build. But don't worry, if you use this video, then you can understand how it works. So you're going to have to use Y. And then put some motors like this. And then keep rotating them until the flat part of the motor is facing up and you've added all of them. Here's what I like to do. Some people prefer to use fabric wheels. So I'm just gonna add the wheels right now because that's what I like to do. Get out of my face. So to add the wheels, you use cylinders of your desired size. Do not use the regular cylinder. It is too small. You can use at least a cylinder 2x2. Or up to a cylinder 5x5, but I'm just going to use a cylinder 3x3 for demonstration. Actually, you know what? Maybe a 2x2 after I make this fabric. You can do fabric or cardboard wheels are best. Door shutting in the background. Just stuff going on in my house. Anyway, how this is going to work is that you have these little wheels, right? generate a fabric. And then what you're going to do with the front, for some reason there's a drag selector game pass that I have, except the moving drag selector like this is free for some reason. So you're just going to move that forward and then delete this block right here because you don't need that. And then here comes the complicated part. Well, some complicated parts. So when I tell you the complicated part is coming, I'm sure you know what I mean. Most people do not know how to use this aside the regular motor. This is motor 2. It has like a little stubby thing. And then what you're going to do, here comes the complicated parts. You're going to first add something that connects and does not interfere with the motor. Here is an example. Oops. So what you're going to do is you're going to get the blocks. They recently, well not recently, more like last year, just added a block called the plate. Goodness, what is going on with the door today? Anyway, you're going to add the plate up here, add another one next to that, another one next to that, delete the main pilot seat, and then instead move it over here. Like, I don't know, over here. And then you're gonna add a plain block, and then put a plate. Oh my goodness. Stop doing that. I have no idea why Playing Crazy does that. It's apparently just a glitch that I have never reported because I am not in the mood to do that. So, you just add 4 plates up here is my recommendation. You can fit 3, except you're gonna have to change the turn radius. For this advanced car chassis, I'm going to do a 2-block space. Here comes the hard part for real this time. To program this motor number 2, use F. Actually, you're just going to program F. What the? Mouse button 1. Okay, I've never done this before. Make it a servo. And then change the angle to something like 25.5. AKA 25.5. So to change this, you're going to make it do A. And then you're going to make this do D. It's already set for you, so you don't have to invert the motor. Here comes the hard part. Again, you're going to set this motor to at least 15 speed. Well, depending on the car, you're going to have to mess around. What the heck just came in through my door? Anyway, you're going to have to mess around with the speed. I would set it to like 15 speed if I were you. When I think about this side, the left side of where the motors are, I think of W for forward and backward, and S for backward and forward. I know this doesn't make any sense. Copy this. Whoa, not paste it. I'm just gonna do 10 speed because... So I would do at least 15 speed, but I'm just doing 10 speed for this demonstration. You get that side and then paste it in this motor. Hold on. And then when it's pasted like that, and then you can get this pasted and put S, and then W in here. Jeez, it's not working. Anyway, this right side should say S in backward, W in forward. And it should have it reversed on the other side saying W in backward, S in forward. When this car chassis is done, start running the game, like with your build. And then you can see that in this private server, that's a normal thing. Well, I accidentally inverted the controls. Like, except for the steering. So you should have a chassis like this. And then like when it starts like this. If you notice a mistake because I'm pushing W right now, it's going backward when it's meant to go forward. Or S when it's meant to go forward, actually backward. You can edit those changes yourself by rewinding the video and checking. You can build the desired car body around this chassis. It is much easier for bigger cars. Now it's time to move on to the next thing. Okay, this next thing that we're going to build is going to be kind of weird. It's like the mystery build. Like part 1, the final one. Part 1. You know what? It's not the final one yet. I still have one up my sleeve. Throat's getting dry. Oh no. Anyway, what we're going to build here is a floating platform. I'm going to build 2 variants of them, and the final one's going to use a game pass. So first you're going to start with your fuel block, because if someone somehow turns off your infinite fuel, then that's not good. That's what I'd like to do for precautions. And then you can design this as much as you want, but I'm just going to do this because we have no time! So you can just do something as small as this. Could work. Actually, we're just going to base it off my save slot. I'm kidding. Why would I do that? That's going to be too complicated to explain. Plus, it's desired for my mobile device anyway, my iPad. So here's kind of how this works. Instead, I'm going to put a main pilot seat over here, and then it should run. Nope, no. Oh, come on. So when you have your little block thing over here, move the entire build up 4 times. You can heard me click 4 times, actually 5 times, so it's easier for me to reach. 4 times is good. And then anyway, for this version, you're going to use the hover thruster block. This is preferably complicated. So when you have this right here, actually the 4 of these, you're going to have to customize them. So I'm going to do E for up and Q for down, because I refer to Roblox Studio. Leave the settings as normal except for wider detection. That should automatically default to on. You can change decrease height and increase height to however you desire. Speed and drag should not be changed because that is not a good idea. I'm going to copy this and then paste it in the other things in the background. Why do I think my music's getting turned up? Anyway. Oh, no it's not. And then anyway, that's like the 50th time I said that. Now that we have this, how are you going to move it, is the question. So we're just gonna get propellers. This is like a floating platform, like oh my god. And then you're gonna keep rotating this. Go counterclockwise, aka leftwards, around it. Keep rotating the things until there's something like this. Now here comes the hard part. If you want to make this go forward on mobile, you're gonna have to suit the controls for yourself. Turn it to on-off only mode. Leave the settings as normal. For the back one, set it to reverse thrust, again on-off only mode. For the right one, put something in here that says D. And then this over here should say A. On-off only mode. And then over here it should say D, A. So like, here's kind of how it works. So, wait, I just realized something. Ever known what a camera is? Like a security camera. Oop. So a security camera, like, of course you know what that is. It's like the thing that watches you, but is not a human being. You're going to add a camera here. This is optional step, guys. Optional step. Look at the top. You're gonna have to add a camera block. Again, this is optional. You can optionally add a camera block right here. And then, for some reason, there's like something really weird going on with this camera. Select configure. And then activate is X. Third person is my recommendation. Go to the build menu again. This is a very crucial part. Add a gyroscope. Let's just call it gyro, not the sandwich. Like the sandwich. And then configure the gyroscope to something around like, I don't know, 100 strength. And then make nothing in here. What the? How do you do this? Okay, we're just gonna have to do the toggle Z and then C. Is how that gyroscope's gonna work. Make sure apply at center is on and make sure powered is on so that it should be ready for you. Very, very important step. make sure none of these are lit up, and then click the green, and then click the blue. That's gonna keep it nice and stable. Now that I think about it, maybe I should set this to 500 strength. And then now you're gonna go into your main pilot seat, and then you have a flying platform, more so floating. Whoa, what the heck? Anyway, to activate the camera, click X. Now you're the build's view. Go E for up. So now this is as far as it goes up. Whoa. Hold on a sec. I accidentally made a mistake with the back propeller. You're gonna regret what I said. I know. Unless you want it to go forward, left, right, that's fine. Make this S and then make this W. I apologize. So here's kind of how this is gonna work. You click X, and then you go E to go up, Q to go down. I'm just gonna go to max height, because why not? You can see I'm the cute little build here with the gyroscope on it. Hold W to go forward, S to go backward. Oh my gosh, the lag. Wait a sec, I did reverse thrust when I didn't mean to. What is wrong with me today? Probably nothing. Maybe it's just a brain thingy. Anyway, finally, I can run this build. X for the camera. Q to go down. It's gonna even work. E to go up. W to go forward. S to go backward. And then, whoa. As you can see, I'm going to have to flip my build, but that only works if it has the main pilot seat attached to it. But it's fine. It's fine. I've built things like these before. So you're gonna go in the camera again. D is left. And then, did I forget to turn that to on-off only mode? Anyway, these should all be on-off only mode, and they should be the controls that are desired. Okay, I swear this is going to be finally good this time. It's only temporary though. So here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm finally in the build. Like, I look like the build, but the main pilot is actually over there where my player is. I would like to full height it. I'm gonna stay on this, like, giant asphalt thing. Jeez, that's high. I'm gonna stay down like that. Go forward, left, right, forward, backward. W, A, S, D. And then don't hold all of them at once, because here's what happens. It's kind of weird. I wouldn't try this at like really high speed over here. So that's what the gyroscope's for. It flips it right back up. In some cases it can't do it, but you can see it's already flipping itself. Just wait. Whoa. That's a casual hover thruster thing, don't worry. And then if it falls into the void well, it's done for. So now you can see that my controls are inverted. I'm doing D to go forward. Let's see if I can do the stunt round. Fire in the hole! Oh, it didn't do it. So that's just the part. There is another hover block in this game that I would like to present to you. You have to own this game past its 349 Robux when I made this video. Promise me, it is very expensive. Don't even ask how, but I managed to buy it. Go to the Game Passes section and replace the hover thrusters with the hover block. These things are super duper cool. You're still going to need the gyroscope for one thing, because that's a crucial part to the build. Edit these. Make sure toggle is going to be, what was I gonna make it? What do I want to make it? Okay, tab for up is going to be E, and then down is going to be Q, and then keep height is going to be, left shift. And toggle is going to be left control. So now you have a way more advanced version of the hover car. Because just the hover blocks, they can go in endless height. An endless height. Yes, an endless height. Oh my gosh. What is going on? I think I need just one hover block. but you can get the physics, like you know the physics. Put one hover block there on the bottom. I'm not gonna do it because unfortunately I'm out of time. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope to do more in the future, like in a quicker pace. I will see you again next time.